community services, on sewer, on water, on schools, have all been done.
On traffic here.
And on traffic.
I'm talking about traffic
With
around
traffic,
us.
when we did Heritage Estates, we did a cumulative impact analysis for Heritage Estates, Maplewood, Hamiltonian Park. That's it, right? So we did for those three projects, in relationship to everything else that's either on the boards or maybe on boards. After we did that, we then gave that information to the town, and the town did a townwide traffic study, all based on every project that was on the boards in the town of Goshen and in the village.
But they included the village.
They included the village.
Because the last map I looked at for their analysis had a void where the village was.
Well, the data was,
The data was
Yeah.
provided?
The data was provided for Good Time Park and Goshen Executive, because we provided that information to them. The void was there because I think most of the intersections are in the village, and we don't own them, they don't own
That's
them.
exactly my point.
Fuck the congressman.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Tom.
Okay, thank you very much.
Everybody knows, we started at 6, and I was coming from Westchester. I got here about 10 minutes after. So as far as these next two items, I didn't get a chance to read them. So Art, if you could just go to each of them, just give us a general summary of what they are.
Over the last several years, well, they relate to the two dams and reservoirs that we have, Green Hill and Prospect. Over the last several years, inspections have been done on the reservoirs by the DEC, and it was done prior to our office being the village engineers. And the reason why I say that is because I believe there have been work done on the reservoirs, improvements done, and at this point in time, I think the only outstanding issue is that the DEC has adopted regulations that require annual inspections to be performed by a professional engineer.
Right.
And then there's also a long-term inspection that's required every 10 years. So in order to be in compliance with the DEC requirements, we're suggesting a proposal to the board that would retain the services of our firm to do those inspections so that we can do the reporting as necessary to the DEC. So the letters you have in front of you are those proposals. Now they're slightly different because the requirements for each dam or reservoir are slightly different because of the classification of the reservoirs. So in Prospect, what we have to do is basically develop an inspection and maintenance plan, which is a relatively low impact type of a plan, and the proposal there is for $1,500, while for the Green Hill Reservoir, we have to do that plan as well as an emergency emergency action plan, and the annual report, as well as the long-term assessment that needs to be done every 10 years. We'll be working with Mike. I'm not quite sure. I was speaking with him today. I think there may already be an emergency action plan in place, and if there is, that portion of the proposal would be eliminated, and if anything, we just might update it to the current standards.
It was done by HDR, I
Okay.
think, when they were on board.
Okay. A lot of this information is I'm trying to gather as we go along, and I just got that phone call today from Mike telling me that there was already an emergency access plan.
I don't have, we've done a lot of talking about this. I don't have any questions about the Prospect proposal, because that's what they're now demanding of us. And I can say that the work that they had laid out for us was taken care of, that we did hire the re-graveling in the area that needed to be done to stop erosion and the cleanup, and there used to be a board up to try to raise a level, and the DEC insisted that be taken out, which was immediately done. And this is their new shtick in, having...
Yeah, this was a requirement to be to be adopted in August of this year.
Mhm.
And as I said, we're playing catch-up a little bit with these inspection reports. So this should have been done earlier this year, so we're a couple of months behind. I don't think that's critical. I think if we do it now, I think there's plenty of time to get it done.
So the big cost here, the $12,000 cost on the Green Hill, and first of all, this is the first time they've ever asked us to do this work on Green Hill.
Well, these reports and inspections and observations, yes.
We've never been asked to do this before, and it is, I mean, as balancing out the water source, this is a minimal water source compared to Prospect.
Right.
This is so minimal that I don't understand, not your pricing I don't understand the length and breadth of their demand. Is this literally what they have demanded for Green Hill?
That are you talking about the engineering assessment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of this, I mean,
Well, yes,
that's a big investment for Green Hill,
right.
which provides so little.
You're on page 3, right?
I'm on.
Yeah, at the top.
Right,
That's $12,000 across 10 years, right?
right. Once every 10 years, and it has to be done within 10 years of the implementation, which was back in August of this year.
Right.
So we have 10 years to do that, yeah.
But will we be paying it $12,000 at once, or $1,500 here, $1,500 every?
I would think that when it's done, at some point in time in the next 10 years, when it's done, you're spending $12,000. Yeah.
Right.
But I think we need to have the contract in place so you can say to the DEC that we're ready to do it at some point.
No, I'm not, just, as I stated,
Right.
I don't have issue with your numbers. I'm amazed that they are demanding all of that for a source that provides so little to our water source. I mean, it's so minimal.
DEC amazes me every week.
Truly, we don't have any choice, this is what we have to do, but we've never been asked to do anything at all for there, and for that to be the hefty price they're asking is a lot, you know, once again. The DEC hands down a mandate, and we have no choice but to comply.
Okay, need motions to contract with, need a motion to contract with Lang & Tully, proposal for services on the Green Hill Reservoir. Let's do them one at a time, okay? I'll need a motion on that.
We'll have to make it.
Okay, second?
I'll second it.
Any further discussion? Okay, call the motion. All those agree, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're going to go next one, the prospect there. To agree to contract with Lang & Tully for the proposal for service on the prospect there, which will be over a 10-year period.
Right, fine.
Okay?
Second.
Second, okay, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Wait, if I might, I'm sorry.
What?
I remember the court.
I know, well, you said discussion, so I'm gonna take the opportunity. I think Marcy's absolutely right. I think we made a mistake in writing these proposals. I think that the 10-year plan is for the Prospect Dam, not for Green Hill Dam. I'm just looking, after your comment, I'm just looking at the letter, and I believe we put it in the wrong dam.
Okay, so let's,
Right.
You know, I mean, if that's why I was asking you, because
Yeah,
if
because,
they're demanding that for Green Hill, it's
No, under
unconscionable.
the dam number 1, which is Prospect, their item number 7 was conduct a full engineering assessment every 10 years, so.
so we'll wait for the new proposal?
Well, it'll be the same, we're just gonna take that paragraph out of, you could if you want to, that's however you wanna work it, but we would just take the paragraph out of Green Hill and put it into Prospect. The numbers would all stay the same.
Yeah.
So if you wanna make that motion tonight, we can redo I'd like to get it in place. So we'll make the change before you sign it.
All right, so
Thank
basically,
you,
it's
You're
for
welcome.
Green Hill Dam. The proposal is for the Green Hill Reservoir to contract with Lang & Tully for proposed services
Okay,
over a 10-year plan.
so I'm making the motion, now we're gonna have discussion.
Yeah, the
Okay.
second, now we want discussion.
I think that before I can vote on it, so, Art, if I'm removing the 12,000, there's no total.
You're taking it from Green Hill and moving it to Prospect.
Right, I knew that something was wrong.
Right. And so did I.
Okay. Go.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, no further discussion. I'll call the motion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, and the business we will discuss the Heritage Estate
That's it?
agreement. Now it's comments. Marcy?
Okay, we were working on the dam, we were working on the CRD well response, that Alpine wrote and sent back over, and you wrote a nice letter in support of it, to send over to the DEC to check it.
Yep.
And we have been working on the fact that,